Hello everybody of the Let's Play community, I'm the Blind Swordsman and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. In the last episode, we took down the Giant of Babel. We actually took out the CPU of the Giant of Babel in this episode. We're going to go ahead in this episode, we're actually going to do an optional dungeon. This is the final optional dungeon of the game for Rydia's Calls, so that way we can actually finally get the rest of those. Now, the enemies in here aren't too bad, they're not too difficult, but you can get into some encounters that may seem kind of boss battle-y-ish. So yeah, just be aware of that. It's kind of a difficult trend, it's kind of a difficult thing to go through. We got something new for our peeps named Edge, so I just decided to put it on to give him more defense. It's going to knock down our offense just a tiny bit, but it's a small price to pay, I feel like, for defense. And yeah, so I'm getting out of there from the Iron Fiends because I think those guys are really difficult. So yeah, took down those guys, no problem. And then we also got to this other, up to this other part somehow. Yeah, so getting through some of these parts of the cavern is pretty decently difficult. And so I have to go ahead and discard a couple of things so that we can pick up some of the Genji armor that we can get for Cecil and for Edge at this point in time. But I don't want to use too much of the Genji armor on Edge just because it would take off too much attack power and give him like too much defense. So you gotta kind of find that balance there, and it's a little bit hard to do that. But yeah, Lair of the Father is not really too difficult of a dungeon. It's just getting there and trying to get there really quick. Now, I had some bad luck in this run. Like, I would say I got through this the fastest I've ever gotten through it. But I had some really bad luck. It took me a minute to actually get past a lot of the bad guys in this because there were so many back attacks that it was insane. And then we get to fight someone like the Bone Dragon, and I knew right then, I was like, yep, I gotta turn off my auto battle and I gotta concentrate and actually fight. So I was trying to think of what I should do, and I was like, Viraga should work. And so that's where I'm saying that, like, Final Fantasy IV has it set to where it's kind of more boss battle-like. Because, yeah. I did use the cure spell. You didn't read that wrong on the wrong guy. So. And it's weird to me because he uses the fire attacks that, like, fires his weakness. But yeah, fires his weakness. It's really weird. But now we got that all taken care of. And we're getting closer to the end of this. I think there's like 3 or 4 levels in this place, but I can't remember honestly. So if we head up north a little bit more, our inventory's full. I don't know, story of my life in this game. I was like, okay, what do I get? Got rid of the bestiary, because I'm not going to need that. Yeah, so at this point in time, we haven't seen unskippable battles. I don't believe they start here. Oh no, they do. Behemoth is an unskippable battle, so. But Behemoth isn't too bad. He might wreck a couple guys. Not gonna lie, R-E-K a couple guys. Just may happen. But doesn't mean we're not prepared because we're at a decently high enough level, and he's kind of a pushover when it comes to, you know, attacking different guys. Well, when different guys are attacking him, so use Hellfire, but I don't think it actually works. I think it does like 1 damage because I think Behemoth is actually weak or strong against most magical attacks. He's kind of like a mythical creature. And there we go, I send Kane jumping. It's kind of bad, but it's like Rydia's going to be the meat shield of a lot of the end of the game just because her attacks don't really do much anymore, so But I believe I tried to find something, but I don't know. I think if I tried to find something, it'd be really difficult to try to find it, so... Like a weakness. So I think the weakness is straight up some physical attacks. I'm like, I gotta wake him up, but I'm like, no. I cannot. I'm like, I gotta just use Kiraja. And there we go. And I'm like, let's try more magic on this guy. It's like, dude, you probably shouldn't use magic on this guy because he's only going to do 1 damage. It's just 170. Something kind of worked. Something kind of got it destroyed. And it gives you quite a bit of experience points. Luckily, Edge. Edge just gained a level. And so since he just gained a level, you know, it's not really a big deal that he died. Not really. We got this. We can do things without him because we're big boys and girls. It's like, okay, I bet you that's the way to go, so... I need to turn around and go back because I wanted to see what's over on this other side before I went anywhere else. Of course, the inventory's full. So now I gotta drop stuff. I dropped the light curtain because I don't need those. Yeah, the main thing in this dungeon you're gonna do is try to get some armor for not Cecil, but for I believe it's for Edge. Which is weird because most of the dungeons have been us trying to go get that for Cecil, not for Edge. So, okay, so I'm gonna escape, and we go down here, and obviously another behemoth. Now, I cut that one out. You're welcome. We've already seen him. Don't need to see him again. Bye bye. And then we keep heading down, and I believe there is another boss. Another fight that we need to take on. Which, nope, I was wrong. But there's gonna be another fight, and I believe it's another behemoth. So we'll take him on, and then we'll go to the next part. So yeah. It's one of the next cuts. Then I use an elixir on Rosa because I like to have one for the final boss, but the end game's so difficult. You will have one Leviathan number, but that proves nothing. Oh yeah, I put on a save state. So I think it's because I died. So, Bahamut, pretty difficult boss battle. That gives you 5 seconds. You want to try to get Kane up in the air, try to keep him up there as long as you can. And at this point in time, try to find a summon that works. I use Leviathan. And I use Reflect. Because Reflect, he has some sort of powers that'll knock it back at him. So I get off every attack that I need to, and then I think it becomes more increasingly difficult as we keep going through this fight, so it shouldn't be like too much of an issue, but it is something that's difficult to manage at this point. So, and Bahamut should be a fire type, so if that's the case, then it should actually be his weakness anyway, is some water. Now the Mega Flare, I think, kills everybody. But I had to reflect back to him. So I was like, shoot, Cecil's by himself. Gotta get gotta get Rosa back up. Now, luckily, Cecil won't die, basically, for the rest of this fight, so... I cast a Reflect on the wrong guy. Yeah, I'm stupid like that sometimes, folks. So I'm like hoping and praying that this ends the fight, but nah, it's a longer fight than that. So I'm like, shoot, alright, Rose is gonna die. So I might as well just not worry about it. So then now, we can use the Phoenix down, wake her up. And I can attack again. I believe this spell holds long enough that like I beat him. Or I have to keep doing it to Cecil, so I have to keep waking up Rosa and keeping Cecil in defensive attack mode basically. Right here. Another Mega Flare, but luckily it's not gonna hurt Cecil, it's gonna just hurt Rosa. We should be close to the end of this fight, I just don't know when the death happens, and it happens right there. So now we get Bahama as a summon. So that's pretty cool. So we get Mega Flare. I think it takes a lot of experience, or not experience, a lot of MP to use him, but I can't honestly remember. I barely beat him. It took me a minute to beat this guy, but I was like, yep, that was the one. That was pretty epic. So, we gotta head back to our ship. And I mean, what we need to do with that is, in heading back to our ship, we need to actually go back to Earth, because I'm not like at a sufficient level in my eyes to go do the dungeon, and I'm glad I actually did this grinding because it actually really helped me. But I think I forgot to do something anyway. So right now I'm like, okay, we're gonna heal up first. You might as well. I mean, if you got like a free place to heal and you don't know how much MP you have, even if you're up to full HP, you gotta get the MP going. So we fly away and go back to the Earth, and I just like the effects that these have, like the what's it called? The moon and the Earth like effects that they put into the game for this, because it still looks cool on the Super Nintendo, but obviously because it's 3D, it's a lot better. So obviously I like the other one better. You know, it's just the way it is. So I'm heading back to the Sylph Cave. So kind of want to show you where I go to grind, because Sylph Cave you can actually grind and it's pretty fast to level up. And actually I'm coming to here because I want to see, I think there's a few items we can grab as well. So yeah, we're preparing out some items, and I'm like, nah, I should be fine. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Maybe I was tired. Yeah, I get in that mode where I'm tired, and I'm either like, and I'm playing a video game, sometimes I get tired playing Fortnite, and I like go the right way I'm supposed to go. So yeah, it's a little weird, but you know, it works. It works if you're going the way that you want to. That's a good thing. Teeny Little Village, there's an inn and an item shop, so we can go to the item shop and buy some stuff, but I'm still not finding any good items in here. So like, I'm trying to get prepared for us to go to the, because next episode we're going to go to the final dungeon. It's just the way it is. It's what's happening. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, well, Final Fantasy IV is officially getting close to the end. So hopefully by tomorrow we should see some significant process. So yeah, and you should see me be able to rip through this dungeon pretty easily just because of how far I'm up on this stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, they have all the stuff I want. So I sell the rest of those. I sell a few different things just to get rid of it. And so yeah, just stuff we gotta get rid of. So I mean, right now I can buy whatever I want, so I know I can buy 99 of these, 99 of these. Yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff to get to the end of this game with. Okay, I need 99 more of those, and 99 more of these. My inventory's full, so that's all I need. Because the cottages, honestly, I don't ever use. I'm more reliant on potions than Phoenix Downs. But with that, folks, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'm the Blind Swordsman. I will see you in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, where we're going to go to the final dungeon of the game. Take care, everybody, and have a fantastic day.